Mr. Ballard, good morning. Would you introduce yourself to the parole panel? Tell us your name and your DOC number.
Darren Ballard 510246.
And Mr. Ballard, I'll introduce the parole panel. I'm Cheryl Renatza. This is Mr. Alvin Roche, Mrs. Bonnie Jackson. I'm going to read some information, ask you to confirm it, then I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Roche. Your case has been assigned to him, and he'll take the lead on the interview. At the end, if you'd like, before we vote, you can make a statement. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Ballard, you're classified as a first felony offender. You're currently serving a 15-year sentence. You were sentenced, excuse me, in Livingston Parish in April of 2010 for molestation of a juvenile. You have a parole eligibility date, which was September 30th, 2018. You don't earn good time, so your full term date is May 25th, 2024. Is all that accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Rush.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Good morning, Mr. Ballard.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Doing all right.
Good. Mr. Ballard, you're currently 43 years old, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And how long have you been incarcerated on this charge?
15 years already.
15 years of what, 16-year sentence?
Yes, sir.
Actually, you've served about 14 and a half years on that 15-year sentence. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what's your job at Franklin?
None. I got no job right now.
Okay, what do you do 24 hours a day?
Nothing.
Okay. Are you trustee?
No, sir.
Have you had any disciplinary write-ups in the 14 and a half years of incarceration?
No, sir.
You've not had one write-up in 14 years.
No, sir.
That's outstanding. Tell me about the programs you completed in 14 and a half years of incarceration.
I did reentry. I did Think for a Change, amendment, and set fitness class.
Yeah, and you had Bossier, and you completed both phases. At Bossier, they have 2 phases, which encompasses all 4 phases of the sex offender treatment. What did you learn about yourself when you completed the Bossier program on sex offenders?
I learned a lot of things, real lot.
Okay, what did you learn about yourself?
Learn about myself or trying to do a lot more better when I get out.
What are your triggers? What are your triggers?
Well, my trigger is go back work, get my life straight.
As far as sex offense, you are a repeat sex offender. You've been convicted of 3 sex offenses. What triggers you to offend against juveniles and other females that would cause you to commit a sex offense?
Drugs, drinking, stuff like that.
Okay, drugs. And when did you start using illegal drugs?
I ain't done the drug in going 14 and a half years.
Sir, when did you start using illegal drugs?
Oh, you want to know when I start? Oof. Can't remember.
I remember, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I see that you finished the short-term Steve Hall program. So what did you learn about from the Steve Hall program?
Well, I learned about it. I learned a lot of things. Make my mind good.
What are your triggers for alcohol?
I ain't been drinking since last thing I
What
stopped
are
drinking.
your triggers for alcohol?
Nothing. And it was.
Tell me about your transition plan. Where do you plan to live and where do you plan to work if released?
I think about go live with my brother when I get,
Do you have any employment lined up?
huh?
Do you have any employment lined up?
I got SSI. That my apartment is. I've been on SSI all my life.
You've been SSI all your life, you've never had a full-time job?
No, sir.
Okay. Madam Chairman, that completes my interview.
Thank you, Mr. O'Shea. How long you been there at Franklin?
Going on 5 months.
5 months. Okay. Is the lieutenant there in the room with you?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Me.
I want to ask him if he has anything to say.
She want to know you got anything you want to say? Nothing.
Okay. Is there a statement you'd like to make to us before we vote?
Not really.
Okay. Well, I think we're ready to vote. Mr. Roche?
Yes, Madam Chairman. Based upon express opposition from the victim's family, law enforcement, the DA's office, the offender is a repeat sex offender. In the proximity of his good time date, my vote is to deny his request.
Mrs. Jackson?
My vote is the same to deny because of the proximity to your good time.
And that's his full-term day. Full-term day. Yeah, which is May 25th of 2024. Mr. Ballard, I'm pleased to hear that you got a lot of stuff out of the programs you've been taking. Particularly the sex offender treatment. I do agree with my colleagues though, based on your criminal history. My vote today is to deny your parole. We wish you luck, sir. Good luck.